Sometimes I just like to read song lyrics. I'm hooked on a feeling. Ah, interesting premise. Go on. I'm high on believing. Ooh, okay. I mean, I'm not in love with the reference to drug culture, but continue. That you're in love with me. Well, I mean, that's fairly presumptuous. I mean, you began this conversation by chanting ooga chaka, like saying caveman. This is not a great first impression. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is being released soon, and I'm pretty excited. When the first film came out in 2014, I was pretty skeptical. As a comic books fan growing up, I read mostly the main titles, Spider-Man, the X-Men, and the occasional Avengers title. The farthest afield I would ever venture was Cloak and Dagger, which I loved. Which, by the way, have you seen the preview for the new TV series? It's gonna be awful. I also have a deep love for Alpha Flight, the Canadian superhero team, but that has even less to do with what we're talking about. Guardians was a gamble. These were characters that the vast majority of people didn't even have name recognition of. The gamble was that people were gonna come in for the Marvel brand. But the gamble did pay off. Guardians would go on to make the most amount of movie of any other that year worldwide. Chris Pratt became a leading man, for better or for worse. But what it did prove is that by giving a movie to a director that has a unique style and has a flair, that even within the confines of the Marvel formula can produce something that's great. But I was still filled with trepidation back in 2014. I thought that the Avengers movie was a great success, but you also had 5 other movies leading up into that team up. Guardians had the unenviable task of trying to get the audience to care about 5 new characters. James Gunn, the director, was picked from relative obscurity. You would probably best know him from gory B-movie trauma films, although you should still go and see Slither if you can. But he was the right person for the job. He infused humor to perfection, and much like the Joss Whedon style of filmmaking, self-deprecation and interesting characters allow us to go along even in ludicrous situations. That's not to say that everything is great. I think this has one of the weakest villains in all of the Marvel movies, though that's something that a lot of them have issues with. Here, he's just a guy that's gonna blow up a planet because he's super evil, I guess. But that moment when a ragtag team of creatures and people are able to come together, even though they might not love each other, is magical. When Groot surrounds the team to save them, it pulls on my heartstrings. Who knew that I would be able to find empathy with an ant that can say 3 words, more than I ever could through 13 episodes of Danny Rand and Iron Fist, is a testament to how great this film is. The gamble paid off. Now everyone knows who Star-Lord, Rocket, and all the other characters are. Marvel is going to continue to be a cash cow for the foreseeable future. It's certainly a sugary sweet pop concoction, but it's something that I have no issue indulging in. It hooks me with feeling. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kyle. I upload videos every Monday and Thursday. What do you think about Guardians of the Galaxy? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Marvel, I'm a big Marvel fanboy, even though I wasn't the biggest fan of Doctor Strange from last year. I'm hoping that we have some good films coming out this year. And what's your thing about David Hasselhoff? What's your deal with that? What do you think? Baywatch, right?